It's a muggy day in Oklahoma City today. Uh, well, we'll be trying to put in the light bar on the expedition. So that's what we got going on. Let's get started. It's actually even a little bit of rain coming down, so let's get it going. So since we have a aftermarket grill on the front here, I want it to be behind the grill. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'll show you guys basically how I get back there, and I'll see how it looks, because the light, after I take care of the piece I'm trying to remove, should be able to have enough light. Okay, so here's the box with the light bar. It's a pretty cheap one. It's probably less than $30 on Amazon. Again, the goal is just to try it out, see how it works out, and if it works out good and I like it, then I can go and get a better one. I'm not gonna bother as far as sealing, resealing the light or anything like that, but it does come with the two mounting brackets if they're needed, if you're putting them on the outside or anything like that. And that's the bar itself. It's on the light side. It's really light, which begs to question we're not too worried, but that's pretty much what it looks like. It's plastic, of course, on the outside. It's not glass. I guess we force a durability test, but that's plastic. It doesn't come with a switch, but you have the connector there, and that's pretty much it. So luckily for us, we have an extension cord that we're going to use to run it back to our switch, and we did have a switch already. You know, some of those corners, as you can see, you know, might not be completely sealed up, so you know, might want to reseal it. But again, in this case, I'm not going to worry too much. I'm just going to see how it works for now, and depending on how it performs, I'll go ahead and I'll get a much better one. But yeah, this is definitely on the cheap side. In the little baggie here, you have the screw, you have the Allen wrench, and the other little piece that goes there. So it should be pretty much set. I don't want the bar to be visible. That's just my thing. I don't want it to kind of stand out too much, because we don't go off-road a lot, but it can become very useful if you're off-roading or something like that. So that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna get under the vehicle, and I'll show you guys where I'm trying to go with this. And I'm also gonna show you some tools that I'm using. As you can see, those are the clips that I already took off. This is my little tool that I got here from AutoZone. You can get it from there as well. Right here, that's one clip. It's another clip, and that's a third clip over there. Basically, prevent the water from going up there or anything like that. That's the back side of the engine. So I pry those out, push this up, and this is what I'm trying to remove. I'm gonna try to remove this piece. Now my grill is held in place right there. I'm not gonna cut it all the way here. I'm gonna cut it about here. As you can see, it has no use right here, but I'm gonna cut it right before there and come all the way on this side, and I'm gonna cut it right there. All right, so that's kind of a test fit. I'm using my little baby battery there, so it's not as bright as I thought it would. You can't really see from up top. You can definitely see the piece that I cut out on that lower grill, but I think it looks really good. I think when it's actually connected properly, it might be a little bit brighter than I expected. Again, it's a cheaper one, but yeah, I like the look. You know, that's when it's on, be off. So I like it. Can't really tell that is sitting on there, but it works. So we'll go ahead and we'll make sure we secure it properly. I'm going to show you guys the challenge that I'm having right now, and where the bar is sitting without brackets, without modification, and we'll see if we can make it stick there. It seems like a sweet spot, but we'll see. But I'm liking it. I'm definitely liking it. So after mounting the brackets on top of the light, we have to come from the top to go ahead and mark the spot that would need to be drilled As you can see, it's all aligned right there, and that's our frame. So I'll go ahead and I'll mark the spot right there, and I'll do the same on the other side, and I'll remove the bar. I'll drill a little hole, and I should be able to screw my deal in there. It's the same thing on the driver's side. As you can see, that's the bar right there, and we got our hold. Still have to go through the bottom to get it in here, so but that's what I'm about to do. So sorry I couldn't show you guys how I wired it and how I made the harness. I had to find a resistor, I had to come up with a switch and cord and all that bull. But basically what is to be known is that you have one post that goes from the positive, the other one that goes to the negative of the battery. That wire comes all the way here to your resistor for your switch. One line, which is this one here, goes back to your light bar or your LED or whatever you're trying to wire, and the second wire here, which has 3 pieces, goes inside of the cab to your switch. This is your switch right here. Again, you have ground, you have power, and you have the intermediate one for whenever you know, it makes the toggle work. So there you go, that's on, that's off. I didn't drill any additional hole. I just went ahead and I used the one that was already there. I don't know if you could see, I'm gonna lift my speaker here, but I used that. Basically I just pried the plastic piece out and I just stuck my wire in there. As you can see, I'm just gonna make sure that piece is back in there so it's sealed and I don't have a engine compartment noise inside of the cab. So it was a little bit more complicated just because I had to make the harness for it. But there you go. You can kind of see it, but you can kind of not see it, which I like it. Yeah. So this is one of the best sets, and I'll recommend this if you constantly be drilling holes to make adjustments or any kind of custom mount or things like that. But basically, you have all the regular drill bits here, and you have all the progressive ones on this side. Definitely worth it. Deal 48, 89, 92, and that's my regular old school drill. So after measuring I'll show you what I did, and everybody has their own way, but basically I need it to be just a little bit smaller. I don't know if you can see here, but it's barely smaller to where when I try to screw this in with a ratchet or something like that, it's gonna create the grooves on the metal, and it should be able to tighten it up. They're giving you this extra bolt so you can screw it from the bottom, which we can do as well. If that fails, we're gonna pass that other little bolt, the little nut on the bottom, and then just screw it like that. You guys should be able to know. So like I said, it's sitting on the hill right now and it's pointing in that direction. When I lay it on the frame, it's sitting a little bit like this. So I'm gonna adjust this, I'll loosen this up, and I'll turn the bracket a little bit, and I'm gonna tighten it back up, and I should be good to go. This little rubber piece is gonna lay on top of that on the frame and go just like that. That's pretty much how it's gonna look. Again, that's with a battery that is powered, so it's not fully lit up to its full potential, but it's definitely gonna provide some little extra, but I think it's pretty good. Pretty satisfied with it.